Hello everyone, this is SGDQ and I will be doing a commentator run for the original Sonic CD's All Good Futures category. So first of all, I'll be loading up a vanilla installation of the game that has no modifications made to it, such as music track, file changes that do not affect the gameplay of the game. However, for this submission, I will just be running a vanilla copy regardless, and I will do that as well for the event. So now we're greeted by this, the Japanese Mega CD's bio screen, which is a really cool one. So there's a function of this game that's rather important in the run, and that's something called quick resetting, which I'll explain what that is once I get to a part of this run where I'll have to use it, or using it saves time. So the movement here is pretty similar to any percent, except it diverts here. Go down the lower path, grab that pass post, and you want to go right in between like the mosquito there and that piece of ground. However, I didn't get that, which is fine. So 28 isn't bad for this level. This is like one of the more difficult levels of the run to not mess up on, so that shouldn't be the case where I do a difficult level for quite a bit. So this all starts out, you just do a peel out. Grab these speed shoes here. Grab that pass post. Now you want to stay in here and you want to do something called an MPO. Which basically it lets you be able to have a moving state while you're in the peel out animation, and due to how the game works, because you're moving in a peel out state, that's something that the game doesn't normally recognize as being like something that's standard, so you're able to go through walls as a result because the game does not have a collision check when you're in that peel out state. I'll be using that a few times throughout the run too. So right here, just charge a peel out, go up here, roll through that, and then just make your way to the boss like that. So the ball is relatively simple, just stand in the proper spot, get your 3 hits like that. And then I'll be pause buffering this right here so I can get like the earliest possible entry into this tube right here. And a minute 11 is not too, like, it's a pretty good time. Not bad. Alright, so this is where the run starts to become quite different to the any percent route. So instead of doing level up here, you actually want to like play through the level. Grab the speed shoes like that, just expertly make your way through these pieces of the level that want to stop you. Drop down here for a pass post. Do this. Just bounce off of that bumper, and then you'll just end up right next to the generator for acquiring the good future creature with. peel out here. I want to get a good bumper bounce off of that, which I didn't really get, but that's fine. This is one of the more kind of like funky parts of the room, where ideally you would want a low 41 or like a low 42, but 44 is fine as well. So at the beginning of this level, you want to be on the small piece of like slope there, and then you jump over here, or on top of the ceiling. You do the movement here necessary to time travel here. Which is a pretty tight spot, but it's not that bad once you know what to do. So you go through that generator, touch this red spring, and then now you want to get to the present layout as fast as possible because the past layout is not fast at all. And now you're just going over a couple of ceilings here. Okay, I did not get on top of that one. Well, that's okay. That's kind of a difficult jump to get. So, missing is okay, however, because you lose a lot of time, if that happens, then I would just reset there normally, but it's completely okay. So 54 is pretty, like, not the best time, and this will likely be, like, my biggest time loss in the run. It's just easy to mess up the ceiling jumps there. So right here, this level, you can do the exact same thing in any percent, where you can, like, jump over the boss here, like that. And that was pretty clean. 1 frame off from a perfect time. So you want to do a peel out here, and you want to hold right, right before you actually jump off the ground, because this game has a mechanic just like the other classic games, Sonic 1 and 2, where if you hold right while you're in the air and you have a lot of speed, then you'll initiate the speed cap mechanic of the game, which slows you down to a pre-designated max speed that the game is coded to put you into. So you just drop down here. You want to do that jump carefully to get this generator here. Just jump like bar, go over that geometry like this, and then there you go. Also, this category focuses on getting the good ending of the game through destroying all of the generators in each Act 1 and 2 of every zone. That's like one of the 2 ways you can get the good ending in this game. The other being like collecting all the time stones. However, getting the good ending this way is personally a more fun experience, and the timing method, or figuring out a timing method that works, is like easier and more conventional. So now you're in the past here. You want to do an NPO here and then make your way through here. Unfortunately, I didn't get the best like zip speed possibility, which there's 3 different ones that can happen. There's one where you can like totally fly off screen, and then there's one in between, and then there's a zip where you can get really slow speed, but the worst possibility is the one in the middle. I think that was like a 42-second time, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so this level is just going through a bunch of collision with the MPO, and then you get straight to the boss. So now right here, you want to do like a really tight strat, defeating the boss with just taking out one of the bubbles. Thankfully, I got it. That's a pretty nice title 3. So you can do that boss kill either pauseless or paused. However, paused is a bit more involved, and I think I'd rather do the pauseless method if I were to run this game in a marathon setting. So now you want to hit that red spring, make your way up here to the top part of the level. And then you just make your way here, and ideally that's where you want to time travel. If you make it too early, then there's a fair chance that your yellow spring bot from the present doesn't carry over to the past, and then you have to spend like at least like 10 or 15 seconds trying to make your way up there. So that's nice that worked out. So right here you can do an MPO to go through like the floor here, and if this level was clean enough, I would have gotten like a mid-high 32 or low 33, but getting up to the top path at the beginning was a bit sloppy. Alright, that worked out well. I only messed with that for a bit, but thankfully I got it. So now you just go through all this flat, white piece of ground to get to the generator, then be sure to trigger that, like, that swap there that changes like the direction of where the treadmills move, and then do the movement here and time travel, and you want to be around here. 2858. If I didn't bop the wall by accident, like when just right before the time travel took place, then that would have been a 27. Now I want to get a tight strat here. I did not get it. So there's a strat you can do where if you get like just like the right position or frame to jump off the ramp, which is on either the 3rd or 5th frame of where you land on that treadmill, those hills, then I would have gotten the jump to go to the slightly higher path of the level, and that saves like 2 to 3 seconds. This boss is just mainly holding right, and then right before the mine drops down, you just hold left for a decent amount, and then you just go back to holding right. Not a very difficult boss at all. So now Wacky is an interesting zone compared to any percent. The route that you take in All Good Futures isn't like nearly as bad as the any percent, because you don't even take the treacherous, difficult bottom path of the level. Instead, you're just up here. And then you take advantage of the speed cap mechanic wherever you can to slow yourself down on purpose, so which allows you to have greater control, and that's why the speed cap mechanic is such a nice and useful thing to have for the run. So you just destroy that generator from below, inside the floor. And then there's like a certain position that you're looking out for to, where you stop holding left because you're zipping to the right, and then you jump upwards to get to the ending right here. This is another example where the speed cap is useful. That's a pretty difficult maneuver to make sometimes, making sure you don't mess up anything here, but if you get it right, then it looks pretty smooth. This all is going very nice. So this strat I'm doing right here, this is like a brand new way of going through the level. It was found by Zaxxon96 last year. I think around, it was around close to like the 1/3 of the year. It's very useful, and it saves about 3 seconds if you do the level as well as I do there, which is very nice. And then now this beginning is very tight. You want a specific heal up charge there, and then you just make your way here, and bam. That's basically like the main difficult part of the level already done. The level, or the boss itself, is not too difficult to beat. Yeah, unfortunately, Collision 2 didn't go too well. Otherwise, this run would have been pretty nice, but that is okay. This run has been pretty good otherwise, I would say. So you just hold up here because you can maintain your charge, even like when that like white screen pops up. And then you just jump over that block that I just jumped over, and then just make your way to the ending of the level here. Stardust 1 is not too bad of a level. Only the beginning is bad. Okay, so it's pretty difficult to get the ideal movement, like especially for post time travel, but it's not a big deal if I miss it. So I can just make my way here. It would only be an issue if I was like trying to get a PB. So there's a certain jump that I did there just now where I was able to go through the loop like that. It saves about maybe about 0.6 seconds, but getting it is just really cool. So this level, you can actually time travel fairly early. Just go down here, there's a pass post, and then you just roll along here. And there you go. And the generator will be just to the right of where, like, the position I'm in to time travel, which is right here. So I make my way up here back to the beginning of the level. Because this game also has another interesting mechanic where if you have speed shoes and you allow yourself to have a 100% charge with the PRO facing the left boundary of the level, then you'll level wrap like the shortest one. I don't remember the time, but I'll just say it was a 25. Now, Stardust 3, this is interesting because this level can either go really well or really wrong. I'm going to try my best to get as far ahead in the lead to Metal Sonic, so I'll try and pause buffer here to try and see if I can get that. Okay. And sometimes too, when you pause on certain frames, like what's happening here, the music will not change and it'll just like stay playing the same song as when you first entered the boss arena. Not a big deal, but it just kind of does slightly ruin the experience. This level is mainly just like memorizing the layout and stuff. And as long as you can nail that, then this level isn't that bad. Very interesting. That gem was kind of hard to get, but I should have paused buffer for it because it makes it easier to get. Not a big deal though. In Metallic 1, you want to start off by, you know, the same old peel out and all that stuff. There's a neat strat you can do there to go over all three of those red springs, but it's not necessary. Do the movement here. Do this. But then now, instead of going through, you want to just spin dash, do this. Jump at a specific part. And you can get straight to an area where you want to NPO to reach the generator in this level. So thankfully I got it. I couldn't tell if I got it or not because Sonic was on that blinking state and I couldn't see him. But it's all good. So there's a lot that goes on there. A bunch of cycles you have to worry about, the platforms and stuff, along with getting the generator early enough, and if you get that, then you can get a pretty good time in this level. A 34 or a 35 is really nice. So now right here, I do a quick reset. I pause and press all three of the jump buttons. That is a feature that is pretty helpful, and not just this part of the run, but also whenever if you make a major mistake during a run, and if you just want to quickly go back to the beginning of the level, then you can just take advantage of that feature. And I'll be using it right here actually. So this level utilizes 2 quick resets. As soon as I destroy this generator, the game will say that I've destroyed the generator and I can go straight back here. So this one is pretty tight, but thankfully I got it. The reason why the second quick reset is necessary is because the position where the generator is in a really really bad spot of the level, so it's quicker to just go back to the beginning of the level to the quick reset than going like through the level just from where you are. Oh, and then the first quick reset is useful for setting the cylinder cycles that go up and down to be ideal. So as soon as like the quick reset happens, then you can charge your pila and release right away. So this level has a level wrap you can do. It's a frame, not a level wrap, but a quicker way of getting to the room with the bugs. Okay, I got it. So instead of just doing the movement normally to get to this room, if you're able to get that, which it's a frame perfect trick, then it makes for a pretty interesting like showcase of getting to the boss, and it saves about 4 to 5 seconds compared to doing the level normally. So this boss is not bad. You just want to do the necessary hits for the necessary timings of when Eggman is in a good spot to be hit at. Also, that time is incorrect, so the most important hits that you want to be sure you nail down with having a ringer in your possession is the first and second hits. Because as long as you have like one ring on yourself, then you can keep getting hit and taking advantage of the invincibility states. I would say that's 55. I haven't been keeping good track of those, but that's completely fine though. So yeah, you just defeat Eggman like that, and that is the All Good Futures category. This category is pretty difficult to play while commentating at the same time, so I have had a few botches of gameplay here and there since I was attempting to focus on delivering a good commentary, but if you do want to see a good metric of what good performance in this category looks like, then you can watch my 1248 All Good Futures PB, which I got about a month ago. It's pretty awesome how I didn't even think a sub 13 was possible for this category, along with a few other people, but just through some new strats being found by the community, like Zaxxon's Wacky 2 level wrap, the new Palm Tree 2, which was found a few years ago. That just all made sub 13 possible, along with the optimizations that I made to the movement once I got pretty comfortable with this category. So I'm really happy with that time, and that's why I believe that having this run be submitted to SGDQ would be quite an honor, and it is also the 30th anniversary of this game, so what would be a better way to celebrate it than have it be at the largest speedrunning showcase event, and a lot of people can see what the good ending movement looks like for this game. So thank you very much for watching this commentated video. I had a lot of fun playing this category and doing this commentated run, so I hope you have a good day, whoever is watching, and yeah, well, hopefully you guys have a nice SGDQ 2023. Thank you.